It's Madden NFL 24. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. And with him, any catch could be a big one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Throwing first play is Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Gomez. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Here is 3rd down and 4. Herbert now. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Herbert. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities. And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gomez. And outbounds right around the 20. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Singleton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson options out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Slot man moves right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Right back to Mitchell on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chase Young in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Voyagers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Ladz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Montreal offense ready to take over now.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now here's a throw that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Singleton. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Holding offense.
Third and 8. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 44-yard. On the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take them. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Singleton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. London about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Well, they're going option play on 3rd down. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Steps away to his left.
Holding, offense.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Jackson will throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Monarchs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Jalen Hurts, strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Mac Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Jackson going to run again.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Jackson.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Jackson going to run.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 3rd and goal, Jackson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 here.
Herbert now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Singleton, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to the air, Herbert on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson options out left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. DK Metcalf, touchdown. DK Metcalf, 88 yards. And the Voyagers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And it's caught. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Voyagers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Jackson. He finds his receiver, Watson. 7 yards there and a first down. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A short throw pulled in by Woods. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you've got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw,
so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
London about set to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here. Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now Jackson. That's taken in by Watson. Here's second down and 3. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Throwing, Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On third down, Singleton. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Montreal, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.